Yo, what is up, guys? What it do? What it be? It is patch notes. You see, it is speed delivering. All right, what's up, guys? You already know it's patch notes for Ninjala, so I'm gonna be recording this live of patch notes being released, or live of me being able to test out the game for at least 2 or 3 matches of ranked, giving you guys my take on how matches are and everything. I just want to say, excuse my mic quality. My mic arm actually broke last time I tried to record a video for my own channel. This is going to my own channel, but this is going to be more for the community and everything for Ninjala. Me trying to get into Ninjala, but like, I just want you guys to excuse that since my mic arm did break, so I'm kind of holding it between my legs, also talking into it. I did order a new piece for my mic arm to be fixed. That's coming in mail soon. So yeah, let's just get right into the patch notes. Let me open it up. I have OBS open right now, so that's how I'm recording. This will be live open. So version 1.2 just came out today. It is currently, as you guys can see, 4:13 a.m. right now. So it's a little bit after. I'm Central Time, so I'm around. Oh, it doesn't show it. Oh. All right, let's just dive right in. So the first thing that was a major problem for most people was the yo-yos. So let's go on. The Ninjala development team is dead. I can't read, bro. It's early in the morning. The Ninjala Oh my god, if I struggle again. Ninjala development team is dedicated to ensuring that players can enjoy a wide variety of battling styles after careful observation of winning percentages by gum weapons, ranking status, and so forth. We have improvement a host of balance adjustments. They saying they also touch ranking status in this update just a little bit. I think maybe I've also been getting 4 and 3 from the matches I played. But granted, I only got one super god and I'm master right now, so who knows. First, we have made adjustments to the massively powerful Ninja Yo-Yo. We need the Ninja Yo to be nerfed a little bit, so that's great to hear. As well as the Gum Ninjutsu Piercing Mixture, which did need a nerf. It felt like it was a little bit too overpowered. You can see through the entire map and hit anyone. It had a very long range. It had a very long range across the entire map, basically, and it lasted a little bit longer than it needed to be, which has been achieving extraordinarily high scores. I do admit that some of the weapons with piercing mixture, I only know scroll so far, did use skill. Like scroll did take some skill. So in addition, we have implemented some tweets to Gum Ninjutsu, Dragon Lord, and Ninjutsu. Easier to use. Let's just hop into it. Damage dealt. So basically, right here is what they're saying. The warp special of the yo-yo has been reduced, and damage dealt all the way for it. This is the main thing for these two yo-yos. Basically, whenever someone went up behind you, threw their yo-yo up behind you, and they warped right behind you, this was the move they used, and they've reduced the damage a lot, which is great to see. Someone's done this to me, and it wasn't as much damage as it used to be. I felt like it used to be a quarter of my health, maybe a little sliver. I'm not too sure. You guys would have to experience this yourself in the game. I can't give you guys all your experiences yourself. The yo-yo can be a tricky tricky weapon to master, which is true. But overall, it's a powerful gun weapon, just like any other in the game, basically. As a result, they've also nerfed yo-yos destroying zones faster compared to other gun weapons. So like it'd be able to do it better than hammer, basically. And hammer's supposed to be the tank of all the weapons. I'm also happy they didn't touch hammer. Hammer is really overrated. I really feel like people that use hammers, such as myself, can easily get overpowered, and it happens a lot in ranked, where we can easily get overpowered by someone with a yo-yo because they have that range, or someone with a drill because they have that speed all upon us. So I'm happy to see this. This also means that with a little nerf of damage for drones, this also just means they nerfed damage in general. Since it will take longer to destroy drones, it just means they nerfed it in general, bro. We hope that this will serve even in the playful against ninjas who attempt to destroy drones all by themselves and quickly run away. They've acknowledged that drone running is a thing. Thank you. Also, I don't know if this is... Oh, my fault. You guys may have heard that. I hit my mic. Also, I don't know if they have said anything about this or if it's a patch. But impoons are now worth 200, around 200. So while drones with tier 1s are worth around 100 points, while tier 2 is worth 200. I believe tier 1s used to be worth 200 and tier 3 is worth 300 before a patch. At least this was my personal experience. I could be wrong with the hundreds and everything, but this is what I know. It's now worth 100. It's now worth 100 for tier 1 and tier 2 is 200. So impoons are now worth a lot more. So we're going to be seeing a more aggressive game style for version 1.2, which I'm really happy to see that they're working on to improve this. Ninja Tornado. I'm not gonna lie. This personally, from my experience, I've always gotten killed by this. There was never a problem with it. I don't use the weapon, so I could be wrong, but it didn't seem like it needed a buff. That's all I have to say about this. The attack strength of the Gum Ninja Tornado has been increased. It renders the user invincible after activation, is useful for both offense and defense, but is slightly lacking in defensive power. So we increased the attack a bunch, or a bit. I'm just saying a bunch because that's how I feel. Strength just a bit. They've increased it strength just a bit. Personally, I feel like they should have made the ninjutsu gauge just a little bit more better, a little bit more higher for the bar, because I've seen multiple people do this in my first 2 matches of playing ranked when I just played online just for a little bit. But I will have to see how the meta develops and how everything goes, because this would be just me saying it firsthand. But there aren't a lot of katana players. There's some, but this also increases drone runaway, so we'll have to see. This will also require all ninjas to be careful when low on health. I was basically maybe a quarter of health low, and this took me out. So maybe a little bit of a nerf. I'd be okay if this took out half and maybe a little extra. Kind of like how Dragon used to. But who knows. Piercing Mixture, which definitely needed a nerf. Reduce the attack power of Gum Ninjutsu Piercing Mixture. The Piercing Mixture has the weakness of rendering players vulnerable while activated. But this was made up for tremendous power that could overrun multiple drones and opponents. With this adjustment, attack strength have been reduced, so it will now take longer to defeat drones and opponents. Basically, meaning you were basically invulnerable. Like, you could get hit out of Piercing Mixer at any time once activated. But the best part about it is you could quickly switch your Piercing Mixer onto the person you knew who was going to attack you, unless they came from behind and you didn't see it, which happens sometimes. But I rarely got the jump on a Piercing Mixer, and I usually died. So I think this was overall a good nerf. I don't know what else they're done to Piercing Mixer. I don't use any weapons that use this, so we'll have to see more on how this goes in the meta develops. So far, I'm liking the changes. Yo-Yo got nerfed. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like they should have touched basketball just a little bit, or even touch how long poop lasts. I don't know what it's called. I'm just gonna call it poop. But for now, I'm gonna just say this is a good nerf, and I'm gonna see how things go with damage being nerfed just a little bit. Oh, before I touch on Dragon Lord. They basically, Dragon Lord, the attack strength of Gum Ninjutsu Dragon Lord has been increased. This is something that exponentially needs to happen. I'm tired of a lot of people saying Dragon Lord was weak. It really wasn't that weak. If you know how to use it correctly, I'd say around half health. Sometimes it didn't pop off. You could kill someone who was just around just in a parry battle. I really like Dragon Lord. It can be used in a very decisive kind of way, and also it's with Cornblade, which doesn't get that much love. I feel like more Drill does, because Punisher Blade instead of Dragon. But I'm happy they did this. What they did here is they also buffed the ninjutsu gauge right here. The Dragon Lord Gum Ninjutsu offer relative low attack power, but made up with a rapidly refillable ninjutsu gauge. However, it often failed to finish off opponents, which was very true. It often failed to finish off opponents whenever you tried to get that input, or even tried the third party if you were trying to play ranked, or just free battle for that matter, making it difficult to make effective use in battle. Without this adjustment, attack power has been increased so that it can now destroy a normal size drone with a single hit. We hope it can now be used more effectively in a wide variety of situations against opponents, drones, or both. Dragon Lord has been reborn as more powerful dragon. We hopefully look forward to seeing this as a Bare Fangs in battle. Also, the tracking time in Gum Lord of the Dragon's been extended. This really needs to happen. I'm so happy. Wait, did they buff the ninjutsu gauge? Hold up. Yeah, they didn't buff it. Okay. I thought you was gonna need more. Alright. Oh, yes they did. It's down here. Alright, I'm skipping ahead. My bad. The tracking time in it, I'm really up to see Dragon Lord getting an extended reach. It felt like it didn't last as longer, and also people could like dash dancing away around it, making it hard for her to get it. So it's increased, making it hard to evade. Furthermore, it will not be effectively used to attack enemies farther away, which is great for people that want to get those inputs that really can't. But the meta right now, I don't think it's a drone game. It's really just a meta that's like, if you're not getting inputs or you're just going for drones, it's not going to look good. Some of the top rankers, I'm not going to say names, are kind of up there on that. But hey, they made it there before the patch, so they're good. The ninjutsu gauge capacity required to activate the Gum Ninja Tool has been slightly increased, just like I said before, because it's reflecting the power of that ability. I really felt like they should have did this for Tornado. There's nothing down here about that. You guys can read this yourselves. I'll leave a link into the patch below, but there's nothing here. And also, I want to read the furthermore adjustments, and if you guys want, I'll read this too, the Revolution of Knowledge and stuff. Why'd I say knowledge, bro? It's too early in the morning. I gotta be hyped. Okay, first off, tier points have been adjusted. This is basically making it so people gain more tiers, because if you play ranked, you didn't get as many points to tier up as people that played free battles. It's just like, I don't know, it's just that thing. Also, lobby win has been 60 to 30, so now you instantly get put in or just timed out, I guess, which is a lot better since we've been waiting for ranked matches a lot of times where people have been waiting for maybe at least a good 10 minutes for a ranked match to start. Also, some of the best things I think they added were right here. When matching for Battle Royale, the battle can be started if there are 6 or more participants. So finally, we don't have to wait till there's completely 8 people when you're late at night grinding and there's just 6 people always on. You have that consistent team that's going to play with you. So I'm really happy to see that. That's a positive improvement for me for Battle Royale. I think that fixes everything. This is really a late night problem because, like, the servers are only, like, they're kind of regionalized to where we don't play with everyone else, just like Splatoon. So I think this was a great adjustment to the game. When matching for team battles can now be started with 3 players on each team, which makes trios this just makes trios viable and a competitive option for the game, which I'm really happy to see. Ninjala is trying to take a step moment to see how trios could play out. Maybe we can see this in a future competitive mode if trios plays out, if you're obviously don't have a member, which most likely won't happen if you're running in the teams. But some people are daredevils and just run into the one player teams when recommended. It's kind of crazy. I've lost some points in that, at least in ranked. This is mostly, I'm talking from a competitive meta standpoint. From free battles and all this stuff, it just fixes and helps a lot of people who just want to play the game casually. Player level required to unlock the Ninjala battle and all the invite functions and everything. It's now level 3, so people don't have to be like, oh, I have to be level 5 now. I think this is a great adjustment. I think at level 3, you played at least 2 to 3 matches and you understand the game a little bit. So this is great. In-game tips has been updated. A lot of yada. Tips now display transitioning from standby. The standby dojo NPC opponents now able to use S-Burst. I think this is for training mode. I touched it maybe once or twice, so maybe he can use his special move now, depending on the weapon. The online menu can now be accessed. For people that want to look at the manual. And this stuff right here, I think this confides to private battles. When configuring room battles, passwords can now will no longer be visible, recognized after input. I think this means, I don't know, I haven't tried it myself. When you start up a room battle and you can usually see the password and stuff at the bottom, I think the password won't show up. I'm not sure. But hey, that's pretty nice for streamers and touches for content creators. Right here, they touch on all the issues that's going on with the game and fix up, basically telling you need to update the game to play anymore. This is version 2.2. They fixed an issue which I think might impact the game a little bit. When you occasionally freeze in midair. This happens a lot when you're fighting drill players, I feel like. You just get frozen in air. You can't counterattack and there's nothing you can do. I feel like this will eventually fix everything. Also, the really annoying issue when you just couldn't see your icon. It wouldn't update or anything. I'm really happy to see this update. I want my icons to match with my friends now whenever we have the same Fox Mask, for example. In addition to above, other issues have been resolved. Ensure a smoother, more enjoyable gameplay experience. I'm really happy that Ninjala took on this their own server approach. That way, it was free for people that didn't want Nintendo Online, and it also made it so they can make their servers better than Nintendo Online in the future. So we don't have to complain about the servers for Nintendo being sucky, But otherwise, this was speed, and this was giving you guys the patch notes advisement. I'm gonna upload this as soon as I finish recording and everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed the patch notes, and I don't know what else to say. If you guys like this channel, like my YouTube channel, please do subscribe. It really helps me out. I'll be covering on more patch notes and meta and more involvement in the Ninjala community. I'll try to cover patch notes as soon as they come out every day. So if you like what you see, hey, might as well subscribe. Alright guys, peace.